Welcome to the Untrapped Podcast, where we're motivated and inspired about success, small business, and personal development. And now, Keith Kalfas.
What's up, my friends? It's Keith Kalfas with the Untrapped Podcast. We just crossed 1 million downloads on Apple, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere you can listen to or watch a podcast. And I'm so excited today because we have Arwin, the COO and co-founder of ReBolt HQ. They're an AI website platform that I've been using now for, I think, going on 5 months. This is like nothing you've ever seen. And I really wanted to get Arwin on the podcast because not only is ReBolt, they've built my website like really fast, like a $20,000 website. I'm not kidding. With AI, it does so much amazing stuff. Like it takes your services and writes entire articles about each service. So it's SEO rich. And this is proven to me because I'm getting leads texted to my phone every single day, high quality leads. We just closed a job for 5,400, another one for 3,000, another one for, I got one on 14,300 on the line, another one for 3,000, another one for 4,000 we just closed. And every single one of the leads I just told you just came high quality leads directly from my brand new ReBolt website that is linked to my Google My Business and going to my Facebook. So customers are coming to it and they see the website is so nice. And obviously we have a lot of positive 5-star reviews, and I really needed to get my website to the next level because my website was weak. It was like from like 2016, and I just kind of thought that's what it was. And then ReBolt came along, and I've actually partnered with them as like a joint venture affiliate partnership. So this website, I'm sorry, this podcast is brought to you, this episode is brought to you by ReBolt. I'm affiliate of ReBolt. I'm so happy. I only partner with brands that I 100% believe in, that I research, and that I use myself, like ReBolt. So anytime during this podcast, we're going to talk to Arwin in a minute here. Very, very smart guy. He's going to talk about, I'll let him tell you in a second, but it's keithkalfas.com/ReBolt. I'll put the link below and the link in the show notes if you want to jump on their website. What's up, Arwin?
Keith, thank you for having me, sir. Appreciate it.
I'm pumped, bro. Just came from a landscape job right now, like working all day. So how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm living the dream. Can't complain a single minute. And yeah, things have been going great.
So before we went live, you were talking about how to market and build your business with AI and get more leads, how to optimize your profiles on Google Business and all that.
Yeah. I mean, let's jump right in if you want to. I can talk a little bit, Keith, maybe about like why we even started ReBolt to begin with, and kind of the pain point that we saw a lot of pros going through. And I'm sure a lot of folks maybe watching this are going through it right now. The inception story was we worked with a ton of pros. My co-founder actually ran a marketing agency working with home service businesses and saw the same problem over and over. These guys would work with these agencies. Agencies take like 10 weeks to build a website. They cost thousands of dollars. Your support is you don't know where. And it's just a very, very painful process just to finally see a website after 10 weeks and you're not happy with it. On the flip side, you've got the GoDaddies, the Squarespaces, the Wixes of the world. Those are great platforms, but as you know, tradesmen don't do technology a lot of the time. So it's going to be really difficult for them to jump in there and create a website, but not just create a website, actually take care of all of the SEO, the important SEO components. And so what we saw was with AI, obviously coming in the picture, we were able to take very basic information about a business. Tell us your Google business profile, maybe give us your branding, tell us your services, your cities, and then we're going to handle the rest and build out an SEO optimized website in a matter of minutes instead of weeks and thousands of dollars of painful back and forth. And we're going to do everything perfectly from an SEO perspective. So that means optimize header tags, subheaders, individual service pages, individual city pages, everything that you could possibly need. And now what you're experiencing in your business with us to get your business found organically online. That was the inception story. We came out to market with that product and pros were loving it. They were, again, the things that were taking so much time were now distilled down just a couple of minutes. But very quickly, when we became like the website person for these businesses, they said, hey, can you post my social media for us? Can you help me with reviews? Can you post blog articles? Can you do all of these different things? And so the second product we launched was an AI-powered social media manager. You may be taking advantage of it. All of our pros do. With the ReBolt product, you have access to our mobile app. In that mobile app, all you do is you just upload photos of jobs that you do. We use AI to create captions for you. And then we post those photos with those captions out to all of your social platforms. So Google, Facebook, Instagram, all of them. And as you probably imagine, like in the old world, you would have to go, all right, I'm going to make one post for Instagram. Then I'm going to make one post for Facebook. Then I'm going to go over, maybe do my Google profile. And the cool thing is we actually take those photos that you submit to our app and we create blog articles for those images and put it onto your website.
If you are looking for the greatest software ever to run your business on, go to getjobber.com/Keith. You can create proposals, invoices, collect payments, and track your entire business directly on the Jobber smartphone app. If you want to get a totally free trial of Jobber right now, open your browser, getjobber.com/Keith. And after the trial, if you decide to sign up with Keith's link, you'll automatically get 20% off your first 6 months. So what are you waiting for? Go to getjobber.com/Keith.
And so it deeply integrates everything, like all the tools that you use with ReBolt get integrated all across the board. And we try to make it to where, like, you know, if you use our social media tool, it helps you with your organic presence. If you use our review tool, it helps because we add those reviews to your website. And so our ecosystem is very much, tied together. I can go deeper on any given one of these, but so it's the website product, the social media manager, automated reviews. So we help you respond to reviews with AI. So you get a new review in. It used to be painful. You have to go type out your review. Now we just automate it. And we've got a lot of exciting stuff on the roadmap. But I'll pause there. If you want me to go a little deeper on any of those, I can.
Dude, I forgot during my onboarding that you guys said you do the automatic posting, and I literally was posting to my business Facebook today and getting some content and sharing it to the story, and I totally forgot. I have to get that going too. If anybody here has read books like SEO, Black Book by R.L. Adams, SEO for bloggers, and these books learning about search engine optimization, like if you really understood how critical this is, I mean, you would be like I was, like had the steering wheel with my knee in like a drive-through getting my coffee on the way to a job site, and I'm trying to like type up a blog article and I got misspellings and I'm trying to add pictures and it looks horrible, but at least and I'm posting it and sharing it and putting it on my website. Like that got me to page 1 of Google in my business. One of the small, tiny little landscape business held. Well, I'm actually still in my city. There's this other company. It's a huge company. I'm the second organic search, but it was like blood, sweat, and tears and staying up till 2:00 in the morning doing SEO for my website of that. Other landscapers didn't have time to do this stuff. So I just basically burned the candle at both ends. So it's like, you could take all that. I wouldn't call it pain and suffering because I mean, it worked, but when I learned about what ReBolt can do and how it's doing it with AI, it's like, it's almost like the equivalency of paying an agency thousands of dollars a month, and now it's happening on autopilot.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And that's really what we've looked at as like a lot of our product roadmap is like, what are the most painful things that our pros have to deal with today? And how can we make their lives that much easier? And so one of those was the social media tool. And again, the really cool thing is it posts to all of your social platforms. We take that photo and we generate a blog article for you and we put it on your website. I'll give you another example of things we do kind of under the hoods for our pros. I don't know if you have this feature enabled or not, but we call it call sync. And the way that it works is we put up a phone number onto your website. It's not your phone number, but any call that comes to that phone number just gets forwarded to your phone. And when we do that, we're able to record those conversations that you're having with that homeowner. And that then gets populated into the back end of the ReBolt product so that every call that you got to your website you have recollection of what happened. You have a summary, you know the name. We actually score the lead for you. We tell you, hey, this is a high priority lead. You should probably follow up with them. But to take it a level further, what we do is we take that transcription and we look at it and we say, is this worthy of creating a blog article about it? Maybe you have folks that are calling you every spring and they're asking about, you know, their driveways and getting it redone. Just an example. And we see that that's a common thread and you're getting a lot of calls from that. We'll create blog articles around that, put those blog articles on your website. And so when people start searching up, how do I get my new driveway in the springtime? You have a blog article made. It has first party real content. Of course, we redact the names and all of the personal information that happens and then put it up onto your site. And so we've had like some of our customers email us back on that functionality and they're like, this is insane. I can't believe like you guys have this capability. And so, yeah, like, again, everything's interwoven. It's all really like AI native. We call it like agentic. They're like AI agents. But yeah, our customers see a lot of ROI.
So if a customer types in landscaper near me or a landscaper to something with my driveway or my shrubs or anything, if you're locally, the SEO will pop up and you will.
All right, real quick. I want to tell you about something that honestly blew my mind. If you run a landscaping business, pressure washing, window cleaning, or really any home service business, you already know how important your website is. But most guys either have a terrible website or they paid some designer thousands of dollars and it still doesn't bring them any leads. That's why I partnered with a company called ReBolt. ReBolt uses AI to actually build and optimize your website so it ranks on Google and helps you show up when customers search in your area. We're talking about professional website design built for local SEO and optimized to help you show up in the Google 3-pack. This is not one of those junk AI website builders. These guys are legit. If you want to check it out, go to keithkalfas.com/ReBolt. That's keithkalfas.com/ReBolt, ReBolt. Go see what they built. It's seriously impressive.
Be a nightmare to compete with, basically.
That's the goal. That's the goal. And obviously, you know, we and as we told you, probably we never guarantee results, but what we do is we give folks the best possible foundation to get their business found online. And I think as the world moves more and more towards like, you know, these chat engines, like homeowners now are looking on ChatGPT and these different platforms. Hey, who's the best provider in my area for X, Y, and Z? Right. And the way that you can get your business found in those engines is by having a very strong digital presence. What does that mean? An SEO optimized website that's high quality that the chat GPTs can actually read. A strong Google business profile with a ton of reviews and high review velocity, so that when Google is going and looking for that highest quality provider, chat GPT is looking for that highest quality provider, you can pop up. The foundations for getting found in the generative engines are still the same. You fundamentally need to have a strong digital presence. And that's what we've enabled pros to do. We give them the best foundation. It helps them with their organic SEO. It helps them with the new world, with the chat GPTs. But furthermore, like when homeowners come to their websites, they have a professional presence, right? And I'm sure you can attest to this. Like a lot of the times in kind of the small business segment, pros don't have the best looking website. They don't look very professional online. And that's the difference between closing that bid and not. And so we've made the barrier to entry to getting that high quality digital presence up just like very little. And we like to think that the cost that we don't even like to call it a cost. We call it an investment, because you know, if we're paying us $300 a month and we're returning you 10 grand, I hope it's an investment. So.
Dude, I'm going to say something funny you just made me think of. So when you guys built my website with the AI and it did the deep dive and it came up with the copywriting for the headline and everything about my business, the service. So when you go to my website, when customers go to my website, they can see like, oh, I'm in the right place. I don't, you know, so, but the headline, the sub headline above the fold when customers are looking, basically the copy, the wording, made it look a little too prestigious for my business, and I got a little insecure, and I started messaging your main tech guy. Well, I didn't send the message, but I was like, dude, this sounds like some prestige boutique white glove service. I I was like, and I didn't get a chance to send the message because I was so busy. And I was like, well, let me just see how this plays out. And
Yeah.
so I can't say for sure because unless I ask the customers, did you read this? Or I could do heat mapping and like maybe monitor where they're actually reading. I guess my point is that I'm getting a lot of leads coming in and they're very qualified customers and our closing rate is up. So I think I like that it's positioned my landscaping business as a very prestigious business and through the wording and everything because it's attracting that type of customer. I was a little bit worried that the wording would make it be like, oh, that landscape business is too prestigious for me. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
but it's good. It's working.
Yeah, no, the professionality I think matters a lot. The other thing that we get asked a lot about is like, well, this is just another AI generated website. The content is going to be super generic, and a lot of folks don't realize when they sign up with us, the content that ends up going on the website is very specific to your business. Right? What we do in our background is we take your Google business profile, we scrape all the information we can. We look at your existing website, we scrape all the information we can. In conversations with you during our onboarding process, you may know it or not, but we're taking all that information you're giving us and we're feeding it to the AI to build the content to go onto your website. And so if all pros understood the level of detail that we go to generate the content to the website, they wouldn't be scared of AI websites. It's just because of the general consensus in the market. Oh, it's an AI website. But as you get deeper with more in-depth conversations and we take all these different data points, it builds high quality content. So not only is it like professional from the homeowner's perspective when they come and read about you, but also Google is looking for first party data that is on your website, first party content. They're trying to, Google doesn't want to index just generic AI kind of slop, or what they call it, like BS. They want like real, like, meaty content, and that's what we're putting on the websites for all of our pros.
Let me tell you something most service business owners never realize. You're spending money on Google Ads, Facebook, maybe SEO, maybe yard signs or flyers, but you have no idea which marketing is actually making your phone ring. That's where CallRail comes in. CallRail is call tracking software that shows you exactly which marketing source generated each phone call. So instead of guessing where your leads came from, you actually know. And when you know what's working, you can double down on it and grow your business faster. If you want to try it, go to keithkalfas.com/callrail. That's keithkalfas.com/CALLRAIL.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow. So how can somebody, I just want to get right to this because I can't wait for the people in my community to try this and report back to me and say, yes, it actually is as good as you're saying it is. This is amazing. So what's the onboarding process like? And I know this sounds like I don't know, I'm just speaking the truth right now. What's it like?
The onboarding process in specific, we like to make it very painless. So the way it works is you simply just book time with our team. They'll walk you through the product in really less than 30 minutes. You'll see the whole rundown. After that, you're set up with our onboarding team. That call is also 30 minutes. And during that process, it's very simple. We just, we look at your Google business profile. We're going to ask you questions, services, the cities, and usually we can take all this information that's already on your website or on your Google business profile. The information is typically always out there. And then from there, we go ahead, we build out the first version of the website. It's always almost instantaneous. If you want us to go in like a little bit more depth, it could take just up to 24 hours. It's usually very fast. And then we get you onboarded to the mobile app. So when you're on our mobile app, you have access to that social media manager tool, AI powered review responding, and then all of the other kind of like ancillary things like QR codes and support and links and things like that that you need. But typically we can get you up and launched very quickly because for us under the hood, we're using AI to kind of augment the work. So it's a painless experience is the way that we like to describe it.
I was blown away because normally when you have something done like this, you have to give the designer all your assets and you got to give them, here's my pictures and logos, and like, and then people drag their feet and the designer's sitting there waiting. I literally didn't have to do anything. And I'm like, how did you guys make this website? This is, they're not like fake generic pictures or AI
Yeah.
generated pictures. These are actual pictures from my real business, us, me and my employees and I working real job sites that, and I was like, oh, you guys pulled it from like my Google My Business and from my socials, and that's why it's so authentically my website and it feels like my website. It's just insane, dude, how long I've
That's I
waited for
totally
this.
forgot to, thanks for reminding me too. Like when we create that first version of your website, we're going to your Google business profile, we're pulling all of your photos existing from your Google My Business, and we're putting that onto the website. All of your reviews from your Google business profile, they're ported over to the website. Every time you get a new review on your Google business profile, it's automatically added to your site. So there's no like lag in that process. The other cool thing is like, if you are a more tech savvy pro or you just want to log into the ReBolt platform, you can jump in there and we've got the whole marketing suite under one tab. You can go into and edit pretty much anything. I need to add a new service to my website. I can do that. I need to add a city to my website. I can do that. We have like all the configurability. We have a very easy to use site builder. So we have some pros that go in there and actually do it themselves, because they prefer to have like that real like touch into it, or they can leverage our support team. Just shoot us a message, hey, I want to add X, Y, and Z, and we go out and do it. So the websites are bespoke. There's really, I won't toot our own horn, but I just don't, there's no other provider in the market on the marketing kit side that can provide the level of quality that we do at this price point and truly show ROI. So we felt really good about the offering so far, but this is the other thing is we're a startup. We've been around for 2 years, so we work incredibly hard. Our team is very much dedicated to the mission. And so, yeah.
That's awesome. Can you talk about when a website is fully optimized and new looking and it's not, some outdated, like what about that actually creates more leads? How do you get more leads and more qualified leads? Can you talk about that aspect of business, like lead generation?
Yeah, I think like fundamentally the best thing that we provide is like on your previous website, the chances are structurally it's not set up well, right? Like your header tags aren't optimized, your subheaders aren't optimized, your page load times are poor. You don't have like many pages out on Google. And so Google is like looking at that website, like this is a low quality business or low quality site. I don't want to say business because operationally it could be a great business, but digitally it's not a great business, right? Because Google is saying, oh, it's low quality. And so it won't rank those pages. And so what we do is when we come in, we entirely revamp the site to where your page load times are perfect. Your header tags are perfect. Your subheaders are perfect. It's mobile friendly. We've got calls to action everywhere. We've built out these service and city pages. And now when Google looks at the website, it says, oh, wow, this is like a high quality looking website. It's got reviews, social proof, it's mobile optimized, the page load times are quick. It's also got like a ton of these high quality pages around the services they provide, the cities they provide. And when you pair that with a strong Google business profile, that's like the perfect formula to start ranking in your local area. And so when it comes to just like the sheer quality and the foundation, that's really what we provide. Of course, it's always going to be contingent on external factors that sometimes we don't, or a lot of times we don't have control over. For example, if you're in a geography that's very, very competitive and other people are offering the services, it can be difficult to rank. And like we're transparent with our customers about that before they come in. But again, we're going to give you the best possible foundation. Last thing I'll say is as for timeline, it really all depends, right? Typically where we get most excited is when operationally a business is sound. They're running a great operation. Maybe they're not like in the most competitive geography, but they just haven't done a good job on the digital presence side. Their website's not good. They maybe haven't invested in reviews as much. That's when we come in and we get the grand slam outcome because they're already running a good business. when they pair it with our website and our social media tool and our reviews, like that is when you can get some real results. And so, and the good thing for us is that that is a lot of the trades. Like most of these folks are salt of the earth. They're doing great work in their communities. They're just not very technically savvy. And so timeline always varies just depending on where you're coming in at, which is why I said that. But yeah, it can be anywhere from, you can start ranking in 30 days. It could be up to a couple of months. It kind of varies.
Dude, the one thing I keep thinking about, because I was optimizing my Google business profile last night and the night before, just like checking it and making sure and I'm looking at my competitors and I'm seeing how many of them are up on this, and the ones that are excelling fast are the ones that are, and the ones that aren't. So if you were like I don't need this right now, I get plenty of leads, I'm crazy busy. Well, this is happening so fast. Imagine that, I don't know, it's next year this time, and all of a sudden you were, and then I don't know, let's say the top 5 on Google or the Google 3-pack, and all of a sudden you're not there no more.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? You go on page 2, you're at the bottom of page 2. And then you're like, go next, like, now you're on page 3. And then the phone stops ringing. And these other companies are getting on and doing something that you're not. And you're like scratching your head, like, what's going on? It's like, there's this thing about being first to market that I'm aware of. And there's a story by this motivational speaker. He used to ride dirt bikes. And he said that he was on the
I created a group called the Untrapped Alliance where we go live every other Wednesday night in a controlled environment. I'm sick of scrolling on social media. I'm sure you are too. Let's get focused on our businesses. We already started the group, so if you join at keithkalfas.com/alliance, you can get access to the replays. And the bonus is we're gonna have special guest experts who run multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses. They're going to come on and teach us how to do sales, marketing, persuasion, close higher ticket jobs. These are people who got their shit together. And I'm really excited to have them on. Go to keithkalfas.com/alliance. I'll see you on the Wednesday night call. Let's go.
It's like the red Honda versus the green Kawasaki. Everybody had red Hondas in the 80s. This is a long time of the story. And he would always win because he was the most passionate, the best skill. But all of a sudden, he said these guys came, these green Kawasaki's came out, and these guys that weren't even as good as him were smoking and winning. And he's like, what's going on? So he's trying to tune up his red Honda. He's putting more premium gas and doing all these things. And no matter what he did, he couldn't win. He's like, what's going on? And then he finally got a green Kawasaki and he started winning. And he was like, the thing is, like, he was talking about the trend is your friend. It's like there's trends and things that happen. And some people are like, they're aware of AI and they might get on ChatGPT and use it as like a search tool, but how are they actively implementing AI into their business and using it to climb up the mountain faster and get more done and become more autonomous? And I'm pretty fascinated by this. And I think the answer is to actually just start doing it, even if you don't know, and use it in a way that can help your business first, not just for like entertainment or something,
Yep. Yeah. And I think right now there's very exciting things on our product roadmap around AI and how to actually run your business. Because I think the extent of which a lot of pros are using these AI tools right now is truly on the chat interface, meaning like they'll just go to ChatGPT and say, hey, create me this quote, or hey, edit this quote, or tell me about X, Y, and Z that's happening in my market at this time. But there's a lot more powerful use cases when you can start integrating into really your system of record in the tool that you're using. And when I say that, I mean, like, you can use AI to actually do these actions for you. Not only like, hey, create this quote for me, but I want you to create the quote. I want you to prep the email that's going to be sent out to the customer. I want you to send the email out and do the entire process for me. And that is like eventually the world that I think our market is going to get to. And so we're very excited about that. And I think on your map pack point and being like top 3 and then others coming up, it's like the quote, success is not owned. Rent is due every day. It's leased and rent is due every day. You need to continue to From a marketing standpoint, more specifically on the map pack, consistency of reviews is the number one thing we see all the time when it comes to being higher up in the Google listings. It's not only about the sheer amount of reviews that you have. If you have 100 reviews, that's awesome. But if your last review was 6 months ago, the chances of you staying up towards the top are very low, because Google looks at your Google business profile and says, oh, this is a dormant business. They haven't gotten a review in 6 months. Yeah, they have 100 reviews, but we're going to reward the person with 20 reviews that got 10 of those in the past month, right? They must be doing something right over there. And so it's very important that you build these systems into your business so that that engine is always running and you can continue to be the winner in your market and in your space. But then, yeah, of course, there are these new tools that are coming out that, if you leverage as a business owner, can give you 10x more leverage on your website, on your time. I apologize. I was reading the comment. And so, yeah, I think like it is, I just saw that from Anthony Power in the chat.
For those of you listening, Anthony Power just said, we have a ReBolt site. We ranked in our area nearly right away after not ranking for years. Our competitors have very poor sites.
Love it. Love it. I'm super glad that is the case. And we've got a lot of pros that have a very similar experience. And this is the sort of stuff that our team lives for, honestly. When we have full transparency, we have a chat in our business called Customer Love. And at any time a customer gives us something that's exciting for our team to see, we throw it in there, and our whole team gets excited. Everyone starts blowing up. So yeah. And the other thing that I always like to highlight is that the SMB market, kind of the small business tradesman market, these are folks who are doing the work that the big guys don't want to, but it's very important work in our communities, and it keeps our communities running, right? And that actually has a huge impact on the broader American economy, and keeps America up top, right? So we feel very strongly about the mission that we have here, because we're giving the SMB market a chance to go up against the big guys and create a living. And the last thing I'll say is, like, we know that we are the digital storefront for any business owner that signs up with us. And what that means is that we are the means to their family eating at the end of the day, right? The leads that we bring them are what pays the bills and what feeds their families. And so we don't take it lightly. I'll get off the soapbox now, Keith.
Well, I think that's great. Makes perfect sense. You're talking about your passion. I like to hear when a business, behind the scenes, everybody is all about like the culture. They love what they do, and getting results for the customer. It's a very customer centric.
Yep.
Wow, bro.
Yeah. We like to align ourselves with our customers. So, like, anything that we, all of our incentive structures that ideally are structured around, like, if our customers win, ReBolt wins. And so that's just like the general ethos.
Yes. I'm actually looking up I pulled out my phone for a second to let you know that I'm going to keithkelfus.com/ReBolt. I just want to make sure that anybody who goes to it, they're in the best possible place. Yeah, here it is.
Yep.
Yep. Go to keithkelfus.com/ReBolt. And then there is a discount right there. You'll see it. And you can schedule a demo call and get your website set up and crush it, man.
Yes. Our team is always excited to talk with incoming folks. And the other cool thing that we do, Keith, is in advance of every call, whether you purchase or not with us, we actually show you a first version of your website, because we have AI to create the website just like that. Even if you're just like on an exploratory, I just want to like see what this business is about, what ReBolt's about. We will come to that first sales call with you, and we'll have your website done and ready to show you. So a lot of owners are very amazed by that. They're like, how did you possibly do this? And so that's when the magic is kind of uncovered.
That's amazing right there. And when I first onboarded with ReBolt and I met you guys, I was skeptical isn't the word. The word is I proceed with an abundance of caution. That's what it is. And so I got to make sure things check certain boxes. And when I saw ReBolt, at first you see it and you think you know what it is. And you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm checking it out. And then you go a little bit deeper and you're like, wait a second. No. There's a saying like, it seems too good to be true. And then you go a little bit deeper and you're like, no way. If you understand SEO, I was on the phone with your guy who's your main tech guy, the AI
Anthony.
guy? Anthony, yeah.
Yep.
And he's showing me how ReBolt works on inside and out. And I'm like putting my hands on my face going, no, this isn't possible. This is insane. And he's giggling, laughing, and now I'm laughing. I'm like, dude, there's no way. And he's like, dude, I'm telling you this. He wasn't trying to convince me. I was like, if this is what I think this is it. This is it. I went upstairs to my wife. I was like, Ashley, dude, you have to see this. This is it. This is like you're trying to find this thing, this magnum opus, and boom, this is it. And it almost seemed too good to be true. And then I saw you guys really do have all the technology, and I'm just like blown away. It's like, it's amazing.
I'll tell you what, Keith, and also the most exciting thing is that this is the worst it's ever going to be, right? So what you're looking at today is the worst. And if you looked at our product a year ago or 2 years ago when we first started, you would say, what the heck is this versus what we have today? And we have the same thought process going forward too. So the product will continue to improve, continue to make waves in the market. And I think that's the big thing is that like when folks really dig in and start working with our product and seeing it, they understand, holy shit, this thing is the real deal. And so, we loved your response. Anthony actually had his AI note taker in that meeting, and he said, hey, come over here and check this out. And I watched the video back. I think you maybe posted it on your story or something like that.
I did. You saw how happy I was, right?
Yeah,
I was laughing and giggling because I was blown away, dude. I've been studying SEO and all this for years, and to see it all come together here on this platform it's freaking incredible. So I'm super excited. So, well, all right, let's wrap it up here. Let's stop. Anything else you want to close with, Arwin?
No, that's it, Keith. It's a pleasure working with you. You're the man, and we appreciate it. And yeah, we look forward to working with any folks that see this and want to come check out the ReBolt product. We promise to continue to take care of everybody and just do right by the community. We love the contractor market. This is where our business lives. And so, thanks for having us. Thanks for having me, Keith.
100%. It's an honor to have you on the Untrapped podcast, guys. We just crossed 1 million downloads on Apple and Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you like the show, please go leave it a well-worded review on any of the platforms. And then you can catch the video version of this on the Untrapped podcast YouTube channel. And also go check out ReBolt, schedule a demo call with them right now. Anthony just said the customer onboarding is great as well. Shout out Grayson. It's Keith, Keith, Kalfas, KALFAS.com/ReBolt with a B, ReBolt. And I'll see you in the next show. Thank you, Arwin.
Awesome. Thanks, Keith.
Later, everybody.
Hey, I hope you liked the show. And if you like the Untrapped podcast and you get value from it, can you please take a minute and go over to Spotify and leave it a well-worded positive 5-star review? It helps boost the rankings on Spotify so the show can get to more people. Therefore, these messages can get out to more people and inspire more people so then they can go out and start their small businesses and crush it and get to the next level. It's a huge deal. All right, I'll see you in the next show.